Hello, I'm Nutt and I'm playing Journeyman Project 3. And it seems I have gone ahead a bit far. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm gonna need something before doing this.
The face on the pedestal with the toothy grin is a coatl. In mythology, it's a feathered serpent, similar to a dragon. See the cavity in its mouth? Coatl is a South American word for gingivitis.
Is it now? Anyway. Back to the temple.
Sorry, Gage. You can't approach someone with their guise.
Alright, alright.
I'm thinking... Joyride!
Alright.
Gage, you bring the cheese, I'll bring the wine, a little altitude, some romantic music, bright stars. Look into my eyes, Gage. Between your natural gas and my hot air, we should be able to get this jalopy off the ground. If you want to fly in this bucket, we need to light this burner somehow.
Really?
Only we could harness the heat of our love, Gage.
You sure that won't work?
What a coincidence! The talisman that you swindled from the boy is made of flint. Try striking that against the stone block. I'll bet we can use that talisman to make some sort of spark, or maybe a piece of the basket can be used for kindling, or your shoes are made of nitroglycerin, or your helmet has a lighter, or we'll both spontaneously combust. Help me, Gage! I'm losing it!
You had it?
Says, I'm sorry, but that painting just sucks. But this time, instead of getting mad, I just walk away, as if saying, girlfriend, don't even go there. So then he says, Gage, have you been listening to a word I've said?
Nope.
From this view, we can pretty much see everything. But I can give some telescopic help if you'd like to sightsee a little better. I hope you brought quarters.
Stuff your quarters.
Those Nazca-like lines must represent different times in history. I assume you saw something in those lines while you were daydreaming. It's incredible that they use such a sweeping landscape as their book of history.
Right then, so I just have to remember these patterns and then get going. This is not going to end well, is it? Okay then. Right. I got this. Sort of. Yeah, I can put out fire by looking at it. Right. Let's keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. I think it's pretty obvious then they thought they saw the boy. It was really Gage. This guy's just the boy.
Think back to kindergarten. Square things go into square holes, circle things go into circular holes, and triangle-shaped jewelry things go into triangular-shaped indentations on pedestals.
Alright. I forgot.
I like a Chael and everything, but I'd hate to put his talisman on a pedestal. Don't bother, I'll hit myself. Ow! Go ahead and put the talisman on the indentation gauge. I have no more puns.
Really? You running out of puns? That even possible? So... Nutt, this is going to be absolutely tedious to show you. So I'm going to go ahead and jump cut this for you. Just for your convenience. Turns out, yeah, I was supposed to look somewhere else too. This is a temple.
These 4 heads on the temple roof must be related to the heads we saw in the pool. If I had to make a guess, these faces tell us exactly which head to push in for each of the 4 walls. I have to hand it to them. What a clever place to hide the answer to a combination lock. Yeah. I always put mine in my wallet.
Yeah. Let's save that there, so I'll have a screenshot. And then... let's go ahead. And stuff.
Gage, we found... I recognize some of 24 ugly heads on the wall, 24 ugly heads. If one of those heads should... Apparently the heads were meant to be pushed in.
Really?
But why? Remember what the shaman told us? He said that the first shaman asked the element spirits to help guard the totem. We've already faced air in the balloon, and we just emptied water. Maybe these faces somehow represent the next element. The earth spirit.
Uh-huh. So that face, what thing is that? Now, which ugly mug goes in? That thing. Right, one last one and stuff. You.
That seemed to do the trick. Sounds like we opened a door nearby.
Where? Ah, there, right behind me. Somehow I didn't notice. Probably because I wasn't looking.
A pessimist might view a wall of fire popping up in front of them as a minor setback. But you, Gage, you're a rock. Stop crying. We can get through this.
Yeah, I'm in like a suit of... I don't know if this suit's insulated. Let's find out.
Cinnamon! No, Gage, your eyebrow's on fire.
Right.
Instead of trying to sneak around this thing by camouflaging ourselves as fire, maybe we should try putting it out.
Really?
Remember the great story the shaman told us? No, Gage, not the Star Wars trilogy. He said that the first shaman of their people asked the 4 spirits to help him protect the totem. Somehow the solution lies in the mythology of this culture.
I got an idea how to do this already.
The 4 spirits represent the elements. Air revealed this place to us with the shaman's balloon. The pool was concealed by water, and a hidden door of earth blocked the entrance to this temple. Now the spirit of fire blocks our path. These element spirits really know how to carry a grudge.
Yeah.
Remember the scribes' walls? They depicted scenes of the great story.
Really?
Part of the story showed a young man with a talisman begging the water spirit for help. So we need to somehow have the element of water bail us out. How did Aquaman do it in the Super Friends?
I don't know. I'll go ask.
We know that removing the pedestal fills the pool. So if we removed it now while the earth door is open, the water should flood into the fire corridor and extinguish the heat miser.
Thank you for explaining it to the audience. It's a good thing that doesn't close. implying that, you know, whoever built this thing intended for well, things to be solved this way.
Bravo, Gage! That should be the last of the Element Guardians. Now let's search the rest of this temple.
Yep, see, that's how you defeat elements. And stuff.
Here's gourmet food for thought. The shaman, thinking that you were the farm boy Achael, confided that he had a dream about the boy.
Really?
The shaman saw Achael save the artifact and said that he had a great destiny. Gage, you were disguised as the boy when you visited the shaman. Do you think that he really dreamed about you?
Possibly. There we go.
That must be the artifact! Hurry and grab it, Gage, and I'll jump us back to TSA.
To where? Cutscene!
I can feel Sosikwi energy flowing from you. Show me what you have found.
This object was sheltered in one of the temples. Could it be the legacy?
Yes, this is a relic of the Elders. It bears the mark. The other inscriptions are very complex. I will attempt to translate, but my knowledge of Sosikwi is limited. We discovered long ago that several old Earth languages were actually primitive dialects of Sosikwi.
Okay then.
This is only a part
What are you
of the
implying?
true legacy. The inscriptions speak of 3 vessels piously guarded that hold the powers of the legacy. This is only one, but Gage has given us hope.
Did you find objects like this in the other 2 temples?
No. I haven't searched them completely yet.
No, you
I
mean
briefed
you
the World
haven't been
Senate
there
on
yet.
what's been going on. They lifted the suspension and have given us full sanction to search for the legacy. You must understand, Ambassador Yosala. TSA protocol requires that only agents stay in the command room.
I understand, Commissioner Baldwin.
Okay.
If you need our assistance, you need but to ask. I will devote all my energies to slowing the advance of the Quotha.
Yes, you go do that.
Dalton, I want you to pore over every molecule of this thing and run these inscriptions to our language database. We need information.
I'm gonna need someone knowledgeable to help me analyze this. Not to question your judgment, sir, but you just kicked that someone out.
I need to know who I can count on in a crisis. The only people I can fully trust are my agents.
Bring Michelle back. She's an expert linguist and historian.
Yeah,
Agent
that makes
3,
sense.
she's a criminal, what's worse, a traitor. She captured and imprisoned you, remember?
No, I don't. That memory was erased. But she did give herself up to give us this chance. Put her under house arrest. Do whatever you have to do, but bring her back. We need her.
Well then.
I can't do this alone.
Very well. I'll release her. But if she slips up once, she's history.
I think she might surprise you.
Do you now?
I'll be back when I find another of the artifacts.
You should know. The Cathalis have entered Symbiotry space. They are ignoring all other planets and continuing towards Earth. It is doubtful the Symbiotry defenses will slow them.
Okay,
Time is
he's
now our
traveling
enemy.
through time. Seriously, why would you need to tell him to hurry if, you know, he's going through time? Time travel.
Now I'm sure you're the only employee here. You're like a night watchman named Pops who comes around once in a while with a big ring of keys to make sure all the shiny metal things here still beep and look pretty.
Yeah, that sums up Gage.
No one here to send us off again. It's not like I'm asking for a big goodbye party or anything, but a little appreciation would be nice. We're risking our necks here and... What? You got a get back soon card from Agent 3? Well, whoop-de-doo, Mr. Popular.
Yep, just looking at that again. Turn to him, and let's go. To anywhere else. Here? Why am I watching that all the way through? Right. I know I'm not needed in there yet. Do you need the pearl? No, you do not need the pearl. Nah, that was stupid. Okay. Elsewhere.
The dangling cylindrical columns hanging from the ceiling are victory banners. They represent the victory of Buddhism over ignorance and death. That other banner represents the victory of the Boston Dobs over the Nepal Red Yaks in the 44 series.
Seems legit. You don't want that
The
either?
shrine of the human realm, to humbly contain our pride.
Pretty sure I use this in something. I think it's one of the Buddha statues. And you're not an expert on Buddha statues. Or Buddha at all. This. Let's bridge extend, but not really. And yeah, I did give it the scarf. For some reason I thought I didn't.
Hello, Himo. Did you come to cross the bridge or to talk?
I came to talk, obviously.
Can we talk?
I'm glad you came to visit. I was worried that the guard might have been a little too hot this morning.
The what?
Why do you think the garden was too hot?
I was working on a statue in the butter room late last night, but there was so much steam billowing from the vents that my butter statue almost melted. I had to divert heat away, so some extra heat may have gone to the greenhouse.
How did you divert the heat?
I sealed the tunnel doors leading to the butter room, which opened up paths from the steam vents to the greenhouse.
Okay.
What kind of statue were you working on?
Oh, it's a yak butter statue of the Bodhisattva. I'll show it to you when it's done. I'm sure it will turn out quite beautifully.
If you say so.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, brother.
Right. I know I've got a statue to ruin. Because that's the sort of guy Gage is. Statue ruin. You. You don't want to use this on? I swear I use this on one of the Buddha statues. I can't for the life of me remember which one.
Now this is interesting. The walls on this building are partly made of a slightly translucent paper to allow sun to pass through. It reminds me of a greenhouse. A
Probably because
greenhouse
it is a
in the
greenhouse.
Himalayas? Isn't that like looking for an ice needle in a butter haystack on a very hot day? I don't think I've quite mastered this simile thing yet.
Yeah.
We need to make the offering to the Presto shrine if we want the next stone. Let's speak to the
Right.
gardener and see what the perfect gift would be for the discerning Presto for this holiday season. We know that the roots of the tree are rotten. We happen to have healing water from Atlantis that cures all ills. At least that's what the label on the bottle says. I bet pouring the healing water over the sick roots would help the tree grow fruit.
Okay.
From what we've heard, the wishing tree is sick because the roots are rotting. Since the roots are underground, we might be able to find them somewhere in the steam tunnels.
Oh, fantastic.
Let's go back down and search the tunnels thoroughly.
I love searching for the tunnels. My favourite part of the game, in fact. Not to mention, is it fun to record? Once again, I will spare you all with a jump cut, because I don't know my way around here properly, even with a map. Turns out, right here all along. Didn't really need to go around searching for at all. What a fool I am. Hey, it's genuine healing water.
And you said you didn't have a green thumb. Nice job, Gage. Let's check the wishing tree to see if our labors bore fruit.
Ah yes, it has. Apples. The finest of fruit.
Ah, another new face. I am Imul, keeper of the greenhouse. I am sorry, but I've been very distracted today. I must stand back to my garden.
Alright. I don't know why that tree in the middle was sick. Right then, now to figure out where does... What do I do with this apple?
In Tibet, yaks are a major natural resource. The milk they produce is turned into a treasured butter product. Yak butter is used in food, tea, candles, and even used to make incredible sculptures. So, don't be surprised one day when Tibetans invent cold fusion from the curdled milk of yaks.
Okay. Alright, just go to every statue, pretend I know what I'm doing. You, do you need this? No, you don't. Yeah. Like I said before, I'm not an expert on Buddha. And that's not going to change at all.
That gruesome-looking fellow above the door is Yama, the Hindu god of the dead. His presence at the doorway could be symbolic. I think he represents the borderline between life and death.
Okay, fine, I'll go down here. Just to make a further point, going down here is kind of pointless at this moment. Right now. Possibly.
That white statue is holding a lute, a musical instrument, while the other hand is outstretched, as if it's waiting for something.
Is it now?
The white Buddha in the temple has an outstretched hand, as if he's waiting for something to be placed there. Maybe something round and white that looks like the round white stone in your inventory.
What does that say?
I think I understand the gimmick here. Once you give the object of salvation to a shrine, you are given a stone of enlightenment. You transcend the realm once you place the stone in the hands of the same colored Buddha inside the temple.
Okay.
The inscriptions speak of the path of Siddha Biwawa. Denied nirvana by pride, the one Siddha Biwawa found himself in the realm of the gods, complacent in their heavenly heights. That red statue is holding a sword. That must be the next object we need to offer to the Buddha.
Right. Nah, that's stupid. Fine. go. Please, more Buddha statues. Not Buddha or whatever. That's cool and all, but that's not what I was looking for. Okay, I have to find somewhere it needs an apple. Yeah, well, that'll be for next time. So next time, goodbye.